Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll dive into some fascinating idioms and expressions from the English radio show, Power English. Let's get started. 1. Domestic. First up, we have the term, domestic. When someone is described as domestic, it means that they enjoy activities related to home and family. This doesn't necessarily limit them. It highlights their comfort and competence in household tasks. For example, Sarah is incredibly domestic. She can turn a simple meal into a gourmet experience. Have you ever hired a domestic helper to assist with household chores? 2. Crack down on something. Next on our list is, crack down on something. This expression is used when authorities or individuals start to be strict about punishing illegal or undesirable activities. For instance, the government might decide to crack down on illegal drug trafficking. Can you think of a situation where it's crucial to crack down on something to maintain order or safety? 3. Put something into practice. Now, let's talk about put something into practice. This phrase means to implement or apply a concept in real-life situations. Imagine attending a workshop on effective communication and deciding to put the strategies into practice at your workplace. Have you recently put any new skills or ideas into practice? 4. Get someone, get it. Moving on to get someone, or get it. This phrase is used when someone understands a situation, concept, or message. It's like when you explain a new project plan, and you can see that your team got it. Share a moment when you had to make sure someone got it, or when you finally got a challenging concept. 5. I have no choice but to do. Here's an interesting one. I have no choice but to do. This phrase expresses a situation where there's only one option, and you must proceed with that action. For instance, accepting a job offer because you need the income. Can you recall a time when you had no choice but to take a specific course of action? 6. A bunch of. Now, let's talk about a bunch of. This phrase means a large amount. Have you ever spent a bunch of money on something special, like a memorable vacation? 7. Keep up with. Lastly, we have keep up with. This can mean progressing at the same rate as others, as in a race or competition. It can also mean staying informed about the newest information. Have you ever struggled to keep up with others in a race or found it challenging to keep up with the latest news? That wraps up our exploration of idioms and expressions from Power English. I hope you enjoyed learning these phrases and can incorporate them into your everyday conversations.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I am Cameron Word.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
We're so happy to have you. You know, Cameron, many people might not know this, but I'm very domestic.
Oh, you're domestic?
Domestic. Now, I'm not talking about international and domestic flights.
No.
When we say you're domestic or he's domestic, what does this mean?
This means that you like being and doing things in the home.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, I like to watch TV at home.
No.
It's like, I like cooking. I like, interior design. I like, cleaning the house. The things that you maybe traditionally thought a housewife did. Even things like sewing and crafts.
Yeah.
All those things would be considered domestic.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And I would say, you are a bit domestic.
I am very domestic,
Yeah.
but I'm too busy to be domestic, but I do like doing the laundry and ironing and
Do you want to come to my
cooking.
house?
Yeah.
Will you clean my bathroom?
You know, I always say to my son, I'm like, listen, if I don't do broadcasting, I could go clean people's houses and cook.
Oh.
I could do that for a living.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, it is hard work.
It is.
But, I definitely think all that type of stuff you are well suited for.
Yes, I am well suited for that.
You do like it, yeah.
All right, we've got an article for you today. Now, the title is AI Cheating and How Teachers Must Fight Against It. This is a big topic. Okay? Because AI can write essays for you.
Mm-hmm.
They can generate so much that teachers now, like, they got to be really careful.
Mm-hmm.
And kids, students, have it so easy.
Mm.
What do you do?
I mean, I don't know what we would do.
I don't know.
I mean, I remember when I was growing up, the problem was Wikipedia.
Oh,
the teachers were like, don't use Wikipedia.
Really?
But everyone used it.
Right.
And they never knew.
Right.
And if it was that easy for me, now that we have AI,
right.
I don't know what
the
teachers are going to do.
Listen, when I was going to school, we didn't have computers.
Wow.
I mean, okay,
I'm not so old. I remember a life without computers.
No, we didn't have computers. We couldn't search anything online, so we had to get like Cliff Notes
or
like
the encyclopedia.
Right. It made it so much difficult.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so this is our topic today, and here are the expressions that we're going to cover. To crack down on something.
Means you're taking actions to stop something bad.
Okay.
You're kind of being very, very forceful with the rules.
All right. Put something into practice.
You're doing something that you said you would do, or it's a plan that you're starting to do.
Okay. And if you say, oh, I get it.
I understand.
Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and listen to our article.
Most teachers never thought they would have to crack down on the work produced by super-intelligent computer programs. They studied hard, learned the different teaching and learning styles, and then put them into practice with a bunch of eager adolescents. But not anymore. Now, teachers are learning to use technology to beat cheaters who are also using technology. Said one teacher, I didn't spend 6 years learning how to defeat a supercomputer. But I get it, times are changing, and I have no choice but to keep up with technology.
Here we go. Most teachers never thought they would have to crack down on the work produced by super intelligent computer programs.
Mm-hmm.
So, to teachers, this is very new. They never thought they would have to crack down on work by AI.
Yeah.
Okay? Crack down on something is actually kind of a serious expression.
Yes. Well, you often talk about like the police cracking down on crime.
Crime or drugs.
Yeah. So to crack down on means to stop something, and you're usually being very strict about it. You're maybe taking very aggressive measures to make sure that no one does things.
Right.
So when we're talking about the teachers cracking down, it's much like how universities and how there's been, cheating in the past.
Yeah.
And universities getting very strict about that.
Right.
That would be considered, cracking down on cheating.
The word police.
Yeah.
We know police, 경찰, but we also use it as a verb. To police.
To police.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of is similar to this expression. To police something means to, like you're acting like a cop.
Yeah. You're watching
police
out.
officer.
And if someone does something bad.
Something illegal.
Yeah.
Yes. So to crack down on work produced by AI. They studied hard, learned the different teaching and learning styles, and then put them into practice with a bunch of eager adolescents. Okay, what is this saying here?
So it's saying that the teachers, when they were studying to be a teacher at university and then getting their certifications, they learned what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
How do you run a classroom?
Right.
How do you make assignments? How do you make sure that students learn as much as they can?
Yeah, that's right.
And then they tried to put what they learned into practice.
Okay. So what they learn, they're putting into practice.
Yes.
So to put into practice.
It means to do something that you've learned or thought about or said. So these teachers, they go to school and they learn theory. They learn the ideas. They're reading the books. But whenever you go into a classroom and actually start teaching the children, that's when you're putting the theory into practice.
That's right. You're like location.
Right, you're on location. You're doing the thing.
That's right.
You're actually doing the thing.
That's right. So this is common for teachers. They learn about these things and how to teach. But, most teachers, they have to practice, put it into practice. So they have to go to the classroom and get teaching experience.
Yes.
That is putting things into practice. Okay, so, but, let's continue.
But not anymore. Now teachers are learning to use technology to beat cheaters who are also using technology.
So teachers not only have to learn how to teach, but they have to learn to use technology.
Yeah.
Because why? To beat cheaters.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a cheater?
So cheater has two main meanings. So the first type of cheater is someone who has like the cunning sheet, what we call a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Where it has the answers.
Yeah.
And they're hiding it during a test.
Yeah.
That would be a cheater. Someone who is not studying or putting in assignments honestly.
Right.
Right?
It's like, the Korean Konglish is cunning.
Yeah, right? So the other meaning for this is someone who they're dating or they're married.
Yeah.
And they secretly
have an affair.
Yeah. They meet someone else.
That's a cheater.
Yeah, that's a cheater as well.
All right. So here we're using this word in the classroom context.
Yes.
So we're talking about students who are cheating.
Yes.
By using AI. Okay. Said one teacher, I didn't spend 6 years learning how to defeat a supercomputer, but I get it. Times are changing and I have no choice but to keep up with technology. So the teacher is saying, I didn't go to school to learn how to fight AI.
Yeah.
Right? But I get it.
Yeah.
What's she saying?
She's saying, I understand. I know why this is happening.
Yeah.
And this phrase, I get it, which means I understand, is somewhat casual.
Yeah.
The reason that it's in this article that we have here is because it's a direct quotation.
Yeah, she's talking.
She's talking, so it's a direct quotation from an interview. Be careful that you're not just using it all the time for, 알겠어요, 알았어요. Oh, I get it.
I get it.
Because it is a little casual, and it can feel like you're cutting someone off. It's like,
right.
말하지 마, 나는 이미 알고 있어.
Oh.
It can have that feeling to it.
이미 알아.
Yeah. But she's not saying that to the interviewer here. She's just saying, oh, this is the reality. The reality, I get it. The computer. So it's not rude in this case.
Now, how about this, Cameron? Since you mentioned that, how about if you say, oh, got it? Because we do hear that in the office.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Yeah. Got it. Means, 알겠어요.
알겠습니다.
이제 할게요. Yeah. So in the past tense,
it's okay.
It's better than saying in the present tense, I get it.
I get it.
I get it. Stop talking.
Yeah.
I already know.
I already know. All right. I have no choice but to is our power pattern.
뭐 이거 할 수밖에 없지. 뭐. Yeah. It's just a feeling of you would like to do something different, but the reality is you cannot do that.
You cannot do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to our article.
Most teachers never thought they would have to crack down on the work produced by super intelligent computer programs. They studied hard, learned the different teaching and learning styles, and then put them into practice with a bunch of eager adolescents. But not anymore. Now, teachers are learning to use technology to beat cheaters who are also using technology. Said one teacher, I didn't spend 6 years learning how to defeat a supercomputer. But I get it. Times are changing, and I have no choice but to keep up with technology.
It's time for Power Note. Let's do a quick review. Crack down on something means that you are taking strong measures, meaning you are overseeing and seeing if something is going as planned or if it's legal or not legal. Usually like not legal. It's pretty serious,
Yes.
okay, on something. So here, let's give you some examples. The police are cracking down on illegal parking.
I guess I'm going to have to buy a parking permit.
You know, all the illegal parking, cars can't get through. They're cracking down, means they're giving tickets. They're towing away the cars.
Yeah, like it's always been illegal. It's not like, it's maybe not a change in the law, but you know, sometimes there's laws that they don't really
enforce.
You know how like people on the motorcycles,
Yes.
the otobai, they just kind of go through the red light.
Oh, yeah.
And there's not like it's obviously against the law.
Yeah.
But if the police were to crack down, they would start stopping them and giving them fines or whatever.
Taking away their licenses.
Yeah,
things like that. Right. The government is cracking down on people who cheat on their taxes.
People who lie on their taxes.
Yeah. So, again, like you said, maybe we have a lot of people who cheat on their taxes, who lie on their taxes and don't pay the tax.
Right.
But if the government is cracking down, it means, the government is taking action.
Yes. And so this can be a very serious thing, like the government or the police doing something. But, I mean, it could be used in a lighter sense.
Like?
So mom and dad might crack down on snacking in the house.
Yeah.
You know when kids, like, they eat too many snacks and can't eat their meals?
Yeah, that's
so
right.
mom or dad, like, hides the snacks.
Right, or don't buy them.
Doesn't buy them. Or I remember in high school, our principal cracked down on arriving to class late.
Oh.
So you know how in America, the students move between classes, right? And we'd always be, just 2 or 3 minutes late.
Right.
But no, the principal cracked down and would walk the hallways. And if anyone was 1 minute late.
Oh, really?
We'd get in like serious trouble.
So as you can see from these examples, these are people of authority. Yeah, police, government, teacher, principal, parents.
Yeah.
They crack down.
Right.
Okay.
I can't crack down on anything.
I can't.
I don't have any authority.
Oh, I'm a mom. I can
You're
crack
a mom.
down.
You can crack down.
I can do it. Okay.
I have no power.
All right. Put something into practice means to begin to do something.
Yes.
All right. Have you tried that technique I taught you for trying or tying a stronger knot?
Yep. I put it into practice the next time I went sailing.
Okay.
I did what I learned.
Yeah, that's right. So I taught it and then I put it into practice.
Yes.
When I'm stressed, I like to put certain meditation skills into practice. I learned about the meditation, I learned about the breathing techniques, and then you put it into practice. So knowing is one thing.
Yeah.
Right? Doing is another.
Right.
So that doing is this whole put something into practice.
Yes.
Let's give one more example.
So I like to watch videos about self-improvement or time management skills.
Right.
Things to make myself a better person.
Oh, but you are a good person.
I learn about a lot of this stuff.
Right.
But sometimes I don't always put it into practice. Or I try and it's difficult to put into practice.
Oh.
So it's knowledge I have, but I don't always do it.
Isn't it true for everyone?
Yeah.
I have a ton of like wellness books, health books. And yes, some things I put into practice, but I can't put everything into practice.
Right.
Right?
So it's hard to be perfect. It's impossible to be perfect.
All right. This expression, get it, means to understand or comprehend. But it's important to know when we use it and when we don't. Okay? I can't go out tonight. My dog is sick and I need to be home with her.
I get it. We're going to miss you at dinner, but you're doing the right thing. Here it's a casual conversation, so I get it is perfectly fine to use in this case.
I don't think you get it. This is a dangerous place to swim.
Oh.
Ooh, so what's going on here?
So here it is a little bit stronger, but the person's saying, no. I don't think you understand. This is dangerous. You're taking this too lightly. So you will often see this. There's a clip on the internet that shows how many times actors and actresses say, You don't get it, do you?
Oh, you don't get it, yes.
You don't get it. Which just means like, you don't understand. It's just like it's a very common way of saying, you don't understand me, or you don't understand the situation. You just don't get it, do you?
Right, and oftentimes you hear couples using that. You just don't get it.
Or you don't get me.
You don't get me.
You don't understand me.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Our power pattern today is I have no choice but to. So remember, but to is important, which means like I was forced to do it.
I was forced to. Yeah. No option.
I have no choice but to give you a 0 on your test for cheating.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Nope, sorry.
I have no choice but to take out a loan from the bank.
Yeah.
So that first one, it seems like a kind of polite way of saying, I have to do this, but they probably also want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's cheating.
It's cheating.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to give you a 0. All right. Cheater is our power vocab on page 60. So this is someone who acts dishonestly.
Yeah.
Like you can cheat on your test. You can cheat on someone.
Yeah.
Okay? So do check out the definition on page 66. And let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취업과 승진을 위한 토익 스피킹 응시권을 드립니다.